welcome back to my channel. My name's Jane. So today's video is another in my series of Cosy vlogs, and I've got loads to tell you. I've been up to all sorts the last week, met my lovely friend from Instagram in real life, and my launch, my pattern, and all sorts. So I've made a coffee. Go and make yourself a coffee, and I shall see you back here for lots of sewing chit chat. So hi, welcome back everyone, and if you just found me and you like to follow along with everything that I do while I'm sewing and what have you, please hit the subscribe and the bell, and then you'll never miss out on anything that I do bring out. And yeah, I've had quite a busy week. If you've been following me, you know I have just delved into the world of creating my own sewing patterns. I cannot tell you how, what's the word I'm trying to look for, what's the word, if I can think of the word, I just feel as if I've found something that clicks with me. And I am not saying at all that I am some super duper fashion designer or anything like that, because I'm not. But I love to create, as you probably know if you follow me, I love to create, and I love to create my own style. I've hit my 50s, I'm 55 now, and for the last few years I just feel comfortable in my own skin. I am quite happy being me at long last. I no longer I can honestly sit here and say I no longer wish I looked like somebody else, or I had somebody else's style, or you know, did it a certain way that maybe some other people or somebody else does. I no longer have any of those thoughts. All the way from my 20s, 30s and 40s, I always thought, oh, somebody looks better than me, or they're more stylish than me, or I wish I looked like that, or I wish, you know, the usual that we all do. I used to do it at school, and but since I hit my 50s, I don't know what it is, I just no longer have any of those thoughts at all. I'm quite happy in my own skin. Saying that, I have lost 4 stone, and that was a personal thing for me. And there's no right and there's no wrong in how much you wear, what size clothing you wear. In fact, I've just this last few days, I also make custom clothing. I've made 3 poppy pinafores in sizes extra small, and I've made poppy pinafores in extra large and 2 extra large. So, which is amazing. Which I was thrilled, just thrilled, because I'm making something for all women, all sizes, all perfect in each and every way, and that just makes my heart absolute sing. It does. I'm getting a bit emotional thinking about that, because it just makes my heart sing, because we're all different. Not one of it. We shouldn't be labelling ourselves. If you are, it doesn't matter how much you weigh, it doesn't matter what size clothing is on the back of your neck, it doesn't matter if you're happy and you're content and it makes you feel good, whatever it is you're wearing, then that is the only thing that really matters. And I just feel so comfortable in my own skin, and that because I lost the 4 stone, that's something I wanted to do. And I lost 3 stone, and then after that I lost another stone. I'm not going to go on about weight loss, but I lost another stone because I just in myself didn't quite feel as if I was there, whatever there is or was. So the final stone came off kind of more naturally. I didn't really eat like my diet type of eat. And then I got to the point, I didn't look at the scales or anything. I just thought, you know what, I feel this is me, this is how I want to be, this is like true to me. And in the end, when I did get on the scales, I had in total lost 4 stone. But that's just a personal thing. You don't, you know, it's what you yourself feels within. It's just, I don't know, it's just a feeling I can't describe. Whether that comes, I'm not being ageist here, whether this all comes with as you're getting older and where you look, your outlook changes, I have no idea. Who knows? Maybe when you get to your 50s and your 60s, that you don't have as many hang-ups as you do when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't know, but all I can say, I'm sitting here right now and I'm absolutely loving being in my own skin. And because of that, a bit of a ramble there, sorry, but I'm trying to get to the point. Because of that, I now find that I like to wear the clothes that are me. And I love sewing patterns. I've got hundreds of sewing patterns. Over the last few years, got back into dressmaking, a bit more confident, getting a little bit more pattern hacking and changing things, and a little bit more self-confident, and sewing. My sewing's like improved. I always could sew, but because I was away from it for many, many years while the children, I was at work and the children growing up, I came back to it about 3 years ago now. And then I just thought, do you know what? I want to see if I can create my own clothes type of thing. And if you've been following me, you've been following me. I started off drafting t-shirts and drafting the little here and there, drafting my own knickers and things like that. And it's just kind of evolved, really. It's just seems natural to me to want to do it. It's not forced. It's just, I feel as if it's just right for me. So obviously I've started creating clothes that I like to wear, and then from people just commenting here on my channel and on Instagram saying, oh, I'd love you to bring a pattern out for something that you've made. I would love that, I would wear that. And it's just sort of thought, gosh, well, people would want to wear what I make. So from that little acorn, a great oak tree has grown. Is that the right way? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. So I started off with my Poppy Pinafore, and last week was the pattern launch, and my goodness, last Wednesday, it was the 21st of April, was the launch, 6 o'clock in the evening, and the whole day my heart was like bang, 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 racing. I was like full of energy, didn't know what to do with myself. In fact, 10 minutes, and also during that week of pattern launch, I was also doing overhauling my bedroom and my porch at the same time. I don't know why. Never thought that through correctly, did I? So I was like, I had all this nervous energy, and 10 minutes before pattern launch, no, this is no word of a lie, on the Wednesday at 10 to 6, I was up the ladders painting the coving, because I had to, I had to do something, because I couldn't sit still in this nervous energy thinking, oh my God, pattern's launching, what if it's a failure, what if nobody likes it, what if they all say what a load of rubbish. So I was up the ladder 10 to 6. But it went really well, and loads of people on Instagram, they're so lovely, and like shared it all and put it on the stories, and a big thank you to all my pattern testers, and it just went really, really well. I'll show you the pattern. Now I've already done the PDF, there it is there. These are the instructions. I've only done the PDF, and because obviously baby steps, but I would like to then follow through with the paper patterns, but it is a bit of a chunk of money to get the paper patterns printed. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer so I can build up a bit more money, and then I'm going to go and get the paper pattern printed too. So you've got the choice of paper pattern and the PDF. But there is the actual PDF, and I'll put the link to the pattern in the box below if you fancy having a go at making it. And I've also got a full step-by-step tutorial to run alongside it as well if you need visual assistance. I must apologise for the state of my hands in that step-by-step tutorial, because I was mid-decorating, no manicure or anything. My hands are as rough as old boots, and I tried my best to try not to get my hands in the shot, but couldn't be avoided. Yes, so apologies for my wrinkly hand. I have got wrinkly hands. I've always had wrinkly hands. From when I was a little girl at school, I used to get called granny hands, you know what kids are like. I've always had wrinkly hands. But I do have nice nails. It's just that my nails aren't done at the minute. Tomorrow, get my nails done. I treat myself to go and get my nails done. So I've got a manicure tomorrow. I can't wait for that. So yeah, apologise for well, not my wrinkly hands. I'm not apologising for my wrinkly hands, because I've got wrinkly hands, and that's me. If you aged somebody by the hands, I'd be 104, because yeah, I don't have the nicest hands. But my dad used to say to me, I used to come home from school crying and say, Dad, they've been cruel to me again, they're calling me granny hands and what have you. And my dad used to say, just ignore them, your hands are beautiful, they're very creative, they're different from other people because they're creative. And my dad was right. But yeah, so that was going on last week, the Poppy Pinafore, and a big thank you to, as I say, my pattern testers. But two of my pattern testers have Michelle from the Sewing Bunny. She's got her YouTube channel, and Karen from Sew Little Time YouTube channel. I'll pop their channels as well in the box below. They've both done almost a full-on, well, they've both done like a full-on vlog of my Poppy Pinafore, which is like, oh, I watched them both. It's so lovely to actually see Poppy Pinafore being made by other people except myself, and for other people to be talking about it. It was like surreal. I was like, oh, that was so lovely, and they didn't have to do that. They went above and beyond that, and that was so lovely. So thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Karen, for that. You really are sweet. You made my day, it really did. And yeah, I felt as if everybody's been encouraging me and being behind me and supportive. And I was a little bit anxious, thinking, oh, what if some, people say, well, it's a load of rubbish, and who do you think you are, and blah blah blah, as you do, because you do have doubts, don't you? But I've had so much positive support, and I could feel people giving me a hug and going, yeah, you're doing all right, keep going. And Lynn, my Instagram friend, who lives literally 3 miles, where am I? Yeah, 3 miles that way, literally. We got chatting on Instagram, and we've been wanting to meet for over a year, but obviously because of COVID and lockdown we haven't been able to do it. Anyway, we finally met last Saturday, and I forgot to take any pictures or any footage because I was just so excited to see her. And we met in this local, it's like a local museum. It's got great big massive grounds, and it's got a walled garden. It's got a great big massive play area for the kids, and a coffee shop, and it's right by the river, and there's ducks, and it's just great. And it's like a really local park to us both. So we met there. I parked in the car park first, and I've only seen her on Instagram, a few snippets of her on Instagram, so I kind of knew what she looked like. And I parked first, and I saw her coming in the car, and I was stood in the car, but she was so concentrating. I'm thinking, I'm finally getting a space. She drove straight past me, which made me laugh. Anyway, so I walked up to her car, and she opened the door, and she knew it was me, and we just said, are we allowed to hug? And we just both went, oh, sod it. So we both give each other a hug, and it was just like we've known each other forever. I wasn't nervous about meeting her. I was excited about meeting her, but I wasn't nervous. I didn't have any sleepless nights, worrying. I didn't have any thoughts about, what am I going to wear? I just got dressed, put my makeup on, as if I was meeting my friend. And we went and fed the ducks, and the ducks are so fussy, they didn't eat anything that we had to give them. So then we left the ducks, and we thought, yeah, we'll go and get our coffee. So we went up to the museum, and they had like a little seating area where we could sit outside, because obviously you can't go inside yet. And we had a cup of coffee, and we sat for 2 hours. And it was like we'd known each other forever. We weren't uncomfortable. There was no pregnant pauses. There was no awkward silence. Conversation just flowed. And we're the same age, born in the same year. And it was just magical, totally magical. She knows me so well. I mean, I've got her something made, and I didn't get it finished in time because of the pattern launch and because of me decorating at the same time. So I've got something that I'm going to take for her when we meet again. But I'll just show you. She knows me so well. She bought me this gorgeous planter to put in the garden. And inside the planter is a bag full of buttons. And I thought, oh Lynn, you know me too well. And that was just like, yes, that's like liquid gold. That's liquid gold to me. Great big bag of buttons, and also, which I should put on actually, I wanted to show you, was this gorgeous cute brooch with sewing items on. I'll open it properly now because I've been saving it to show you. So it's got a tape measure along the top, thimble and button, scissors, and like a cotton reel. How gorgeous is that? We had to go after 2 hours because John was getting his second COVID jab. So I had to go, but yeah, like 2 hours just flew by, and we could have stayed there, sat in the sunshine, drinking coffee all afternoon, quite easy. So it was just like, we were like kindred spirits, and it was just like we knew each other all the time. And because we literally lived in this area. We talked about what school she went to, and I was saying, oh yeah, we used to play hockey with your school, and it was just like two friends meeting up. So yeah, I feel as if she definitely is my friend now. And that's just the beauty of Instagram. I mean, all the people that I've met on Instagram and here on my channel who, you know, you communicate with backwards and forwards, never probably going to meet 99.9% of those people in real life. But to actually meet people in real life. So Lynn is the second Lynn I've met, because I met the lovely Lynn from Lions Made with Love last year, just over a year ago now, and we met and had a coffee, and again the conversation flowed with Lynn, and it was just so lovely. So, and there's another Lynn, Old Soul Lynn, who lives in Oxford but is originally from the northeast, and when she can come up, we're all going to get together. So there'll be Lynn, and me, and also hopefully Granny Linda as well. Granny Linda sews. So there'll be Lynn, Linda, and me, and we're going to maybe have a little time teas meet up, something like that. Maybe get together in the middle and have a cup of coffee. But how amazing is this? How amazing is social media, and how you meet people that you would never ever meet beforehand. When I got home and I was telling John everything about it, I was just like beaming. Then I had to go down and tell my mum, because my mum's going, tell me all about it, how, you know, and what have you. So that was, yeah, still beaming about that, and we've still been communicating, me and Lynn, and yeah, she's just literally 3 miles away, if that. So that was Saturday, and then obviously I had my pattern launch, and then obviously I've been decorating. So for something that, you know me, would take, I think it's going to take 2 minutes, you know, 3 days to decorate the bedroom and the porch. Well, first of all, it was the bedroom. I thought, oh, 3 days max. So 3 days max, more like 3 weeks. And because obviously I did the bedroom, and then foolishly thought, while I'm decorating, I got all the mess, let's just do the porch, because the porch needed doing. I mean, it's literally a porch. I mean, for goodness sake, it's a porch. You come through the front door into the porch, take your shoes off, go through the next door into the hall, and then that's it. You never go in the porch ever again until you go out the house again. But oh no, not me. I wanted to decorate the porch too, and I've been on Pinterest, as you do, and I wanted a mudroom in my porch, like a mudroom type of look, you know, when you get the paneling along the wall and blah blah blah. And John just like looks at me to say, you want a mudroom in a porch, like you literally spend nanosecond in and out of? And I said, yeah, it looks good. And then John's really laid back and lets me do anything. I'm totally spoilt there. And he says, all right, okay, yeah. So anyway, 3 weeks of decorating. I'll show you snippets. I don't think I have any like before pictures of the porch. I don't think I took any pictures of the beforehand of the porch, but I've got a few bits of footage of me and Tom in the porch putting the paneling up. And then I've got some footage, lots of footage of me stripping wallpaper and the usual in the bedroom. Initially I was going to have like a paneling effect in my bedroom, in our bedroom. But then I saw this wallpaper in B&Q where it looks like it's beaded, but it's not. It's wallpaper and it looks like beaded wall. So I opted for that instead of putting wood along the wall, and it looks really, really good. So what I'll do now is I'll pop some footage in of the porch and some pictures and the before and after shot, and the before and after of the porch. And then I'll show you the bedroom, the before, a little bit of during, and then the reveal at the end. So see what you think. So here's a little snippet of beforehand of what it was before I took everything down. There's the curtains. I already started peeling off one wall, and there's our orange pine. Really exciting stuff here, wallpaper paste. And yeah, I was literally pasting on the pasting table on the bed, and this is the wallpaper that looks like beaded wood. And of course, cat's got to get in the way, the usual. There's Geordie, and then think Toffee. Yeah, there's Toffee, got to be in. That's cats for you. So yeah, so there's the wallpaper, and I was really chuffed with how that looks, and just a little bit of footage of me slapping the wallpaper on. And my favourite part of decorating not is cutting around the sockets. I am quite good at doing the sockets actually. I've many years of practice and I think I've got it mastered just about. But yeah, it's a little bit time consuming but necessary evil. So yeah, gently easing the paper around the socket without tearing it. And it went on pretty well, but this wallpaper was absolutely lovely to work with. It didn't tear, it didn't crease, it didn't rip. It handled really, really well. I sound like an expert, don't I, on papering and decorating, but yeah, it was really nice wallpaper. And moving on to the porch, I forgot I was putting the wood panelling on halfway, and I papered the brick wallpaper all the way to the bottom until I realised, which was a bit of a waste. But anyway, so yeah, so I put the same brick wallpaper on that I used for my kitchen last year. Really lovely wallpaper. I just love the effect. It looks like real brick, and it's a timeless wallpaper that's going to stay on the wall for a long, long time. It's not going to date, I don't think. And yeah, there's another unit that I'm going to shabby chic when I get the chance. That one there, and this really solid marble top. It weighs an absolute ton. And yeah, the light switch was a bit tricky to get the wallpaper around. So he's my son Tom, strapping son. He's a joiner, and he did all the woodwork for me. And he's gone on really, really well. And here he comes now. You can tell he's a joiner, pencil behind the ear. I think that comes with the trade, doesn't it? He's really good at his craft. And he got this on no time at all for me. I just stood and watched and was a bit of a gopher for him while he was in and out the garden cutting the wood down for me. And he is son number 2. I've got twin boys, they're 33 now, and he is twin number 2. Yeah, they're both identical, the pair of them, Matt and Tom. The only difference between the two of them is Tom here is right-handed and Matthew is left-handed. That's the only difference between them. They've both got a beard, and sometimes when they come, I can never tell which one's which to this day. So here is the final look of my bedroom. With my new duvet, well, new patchwork throw that goes perfectly with the wallpaper. I couldn't have chose a better throw, and I've added some of my little vintage evening bags that I collect and vintage evening gloves. These are silk with mother of pearl buttons and lace, and John bought me this vintage evening bag many years ago. It's one of my favourites. Still got all the beadwork on it. Absolutely love it. I've got quite a few in my collection, but I haven't hung them all out as yet. I will eventually though, when I get a chance to decide where they're going to go on the wall. But yeah, look how delicate those gloves are. And there's the dado, and I've just added a shelf and a couple of teddies for the moment. And then my heart swag and some lights. They were already on there before, I've just put them back. And a couple of my cross stitch pictures that I did many years ago. I do love cross stitch, but I just haven't picked up cross stitch for a long, long time. So really pleased. I was a bit worried about the green at the bottom. I thought it might be a little bit dark, but I think with the lighter wallpaper on the top, and I changed the coving to the lighter colour, I think it goes really well. And I use the same colour from the coving on the tongue and groove wood here and the coving in the porch. Use that up as well, and it goes really well with the brick. And just added a few of my little knickknacks, a pair of miniature hand silk knitted gloves, my vintage cases, which are getting a little bit battered now, but can't throw them out because I absolutely love them, vintage cases, and made a little drop cloth curtain just to add a little bit of warmth to the window area, just a little bit of softness against the brickwork. And there's the light, which was quite hard to get wallpapered around, but I did it, and just a couple of baskets and some of my storm lanterns there, and some knickknacks and a couple of vintage hats, another one of my vintage handbags, and in the hat there some vintage hat pins I used to collect. So all in all, I'm really pleased with how the bedroom and the porch has turned out. So yes, so what do you think? I absolutely love both of the rooms, really pleased. I was a little bit worried about the green, thinking it might be a little bit too dark, but no, I absolutely love it because the top half is lighter, and as I say, I've changed the coving, which made that light. I thought the coving was too heavy in the colour, so really pleased, and I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with the window, whether to put a window treatment up, some pretend type of curtains or not. I'm not sure about that. And obviously I've got the orange pine furniture to paint and shabby chic, but I can't face a paintbrush for a couple of weeks because I've had a paintbrush in my hand for like 3 weeks, and I feel like as if I've got the claw, you know, when your hand just like seizes up. So I'll give myself a few weeks break and get myself some shabby like chalk paint, and then I'll do those, and then I'll show you what I did with them. But overall, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with the makeovers of both rooms, and I won't be getting any wallpaper paste out for some time, I can tell you that. And then you might notice there's a little bit of a change in behind me. Now, you know when I said in the last vlog that I've moved my room around for the very promised you the last time? Well, I kind of lied again, only because I do have a reason. The cutting table, which is now here where the sewing table was, because the cutting table was there, but the light was a little bit dark when I was doing any overhead filming, and so I just literally, that's all I did. It literally was an hour's max movement. I just swapped the cutting table for the sewing tables and just swapped them over. So it wasn't a move around as such, it was just a little bit of a tweak. So I'm sure you'll let me off, because when I was doing it I was saying to myself, oh, they're all going to be saying, Jane, you're not moving it around again, for goodness sake. As I was doing it, I was thinking I was going to get told off by you all, you know, because I was thinking, oh God, I promised them I wasn't going to move it, and I've moved it again. But literally it is, that's it. I was telling my mum, and my mum said, so basically that cutting table has done the full 360 degrees of the room from when it first was there, because it's now back to where it once was, right at the very beginning. And I went, yeah, she's right. It literally was there by the window, and then I've moved it, and then it was over there, then it's been over there, then it's been over there, then it's been there, and now it's back to there. It won't be moved again because it's perfect. It's right by the window, full on window, lots of light, and I'm still sewing by the window because I put my overlocker here behind me, because obviously the overlocker doesn't get as much as the machine, but it's still nice and light and airy. It just wasn't enough light for the overhead, you know, overhead filming for tutorials and things. It wasn't like 8 hours long like the last one. And then finally, I'm wearing my Frankie t-shirt today. This is by Tilly and the Buttons. I dug this out of the drawer. I forgot I actually made it because I thought, oh, it's getting a little bit warmer. We're nearly into May. Thought I'd get a little bit warmer, just wear one layer with my jeans. But anyway, I got this out and put it on, and I thought, oh yeah, do you know, I love this t-shirt. It was one of the first type of jersey stretch makes I did. It wasn't last year, maybe the year before. And I thought, you know what, I wouldn't fancy making some more of these, because they're just great to pop on with your jeans and whatever. Because I did two-tone colours, I feel like it's baseball type of look, and I really like it, which made me think I really need to start going through my jersey fabrics, because I've still got quite a lot of jersey fabrics behind. You can just see them all there. So I don't know if you remember this one I got. This is from Stoff and Still, and I just love it. It's got really retro look about it. And it's got like gorgeous orange and terracotta and gorgeous olive green, and it's like on a blushy peach background. It's really gorgeous quality, so I'm going to make something with this. And I've been working on drafting a t-shirt for myself, but if you're like me and you don't like showing this part of your arm, because I do have like untoned arms, I'm working on maybe doing a longer sleeve, short sleeve type of t-shirt. So it's not a long sleeve like I've got on, but maybe elbow length, so it covers that bit there that I don't like, but it's still shorter for through the summer. So I'm working on something like that. So I fancy, I won't make it in this because it's too good to do a toile in, but I'll probably make one in one of the plainer jerseys, which were really cheap, like £4 a metre or something. So I might have a little tweak at doing a few toiles and then make the real life one in this, because it's absolutely gorgeous and I absolutely love it. All those colours, and I really must stop sitting on fabrics, so I'm going to do something with this. So that's the plan for that, and I am going to be working on my second sewing pattern. I'm not sure which one to start on first because I've got quite a few there. So what I'll do is I'm going to probably put something in my stories on Instagram and ask everybody to maybe vote to give me a little bit of idea of which one you'd like me to maybe work on next. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please come and see me over on Instagram, say hello and follow me there, and then you'll be able to keep up to date with like daily things that's going on here at Looping Mabel's Closet. So, but yeah, so I think that's it for today's cosy vlog. As I say, been busy as always, and yeah, somebody said, Jane, where do you get your energy from? I seriously don't know. I do sleep. I seriously do go to bed at night. I do sleep. I just have lots to do. I love being active. I love doing things. I won't sit still. The only time you catch me sitting still is in the dentist chair, or if I'm not very well, which is very, very rare. I'm not very well, very rare. So I just think, oh, life is for living. Come on, let's do it. Let's make it. Let's create. I can't just sit and do nothing at all. It's just not me, never has been me, and I don't think I've got loads of energy. I just never sit still. I think that's my trouble. Yeah, because I think a lot of it's to do with that. Like I do worry an awful lot about my husband John, who's not very well, not good health. Yeah, I worry about him 24/7. So I think a lot of me moving on the go all the time is to stop me worrying, little, you know, nervous energy type of thing. So I like to be doing things, then I don't worry so much. It takes my mind off for things. I think that a lot of it's got something to do with that, because I never sit still and I constantly worry about John. So if I do other things and I'm moving, then obviously I don't worry as much. So yeah, I think it's a lot to do with that. But yeah, so that's just me, I suppose. So that's it for today's cosy vlog. I really do enjoy doing these. I love chatting to you all. I feel as if you just all sat there and we're all having a cosy coffee. And I've got lots more sewing and tutorials and the usual coming your way. So please stay tuned, and don't forget to come over and follow me on Instagram too, and then you'll catch up with all my daily outfits and things like that. But until the next time, thanks for joining me. Please take care, and as always, happy sewing.